And we're back.
Go ahead, kick it off, Ray. You're the only one who's got shit.
How was your guys' 4th of July?
Stupendous.
All fingers accounted for.
Oh, wait, what did I say? Oh, shit, that crossed out the wrong one.
All right, let me ask you guys, though. What's your favorite 4th of July food? I already said in the thread, but
What?
I would like your best 4th of July food.
No, you put the question, or you actually said what's the best?
Just fucking answer the question. He said his answer in the thread.
Yeah, like in our group message, I said what my favorite food already was.
I guess burgers. I mean, we're pretty simple. We're simpletons where I'm at. Burgers, hot dogs. Burgers I like better than hot dogs.
Yeah, I don't know about a favorite food, but I think every 4th, my father-in-law does the like tri-tip. He just goes in on that shit, smokes that bitch. Pretty good.
Tri-tip.
Mine's the same as yours.
Pussy. We had a lot of pussy on the 4th.
That's lame and disrespectful.
Misogynistic.
No, but it's bratwurst, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of the opposite of pussy if you think about it. Just a big fat ass sausage.
Oh, fuck.
I feel like that's a really common answer because, like, Johnsonville, they sponsor 4th of July is like their shit. The fuck was that, Adrian?
Another monster.
Poke my eye out, dog. These glasses suck. But yeah, because Johnsonville does like that fucking glizzy contest.
That glizzy contest. Didn't they call you Johnsonville in high school?
That summer sausage, baby.
It's a little cold. I got winter sausage right now.
Like Johnsonville does like the cornhole and shit too, huh? Like the cornhole championship. My dad was watching that shit.
You know, your dad was watching cornhole?
Yeah.
That's what you do when you're 60, huh?
Bro,
You just watch people play cornhole?
He just puts on ESPN. I guess that's what was on.
Dude, like, are you guys at that point where you'll watch something on TV even if, like, will you watch golf? Because I always thought when I was younger, when you watch golf on TV, you've given up on life.
I still haven't watched golf.
Me neither. I probably watch.
But you gave up on life.
Yeah.
I would probably watch Tiger.
Not anymore.
Nah, I support
when he was good.
cheaters. But what the fuck was I gonna say?
Well, I found myself watching tennis a couple times. My girl likes tennis, and I was like, oh, shit,
I don't
I'm
know
not gonna lie, it's just low key exciting.
I've been wanting to get...
And the girls sound mad fucking hot. I'm like,
I've been wanting to watch like some of those tennis like events.
Some of
and
it's
shit.
more aggressive than that though. Some of it sounds like some of them's taking a shit.
I was just like, oh fuck.
Imagine you hear, oh fuck, AJ on the fucking TV.
One backhand, you hear all that?
I've been wanting to watch some of the events because like there's a lot of podcasts that I listen to where they talk about a lot of the tennis players that are playing now, and in their opinion, a lot of the people playing now are like some of the greatest of all time. Like just watching like Serena and some of the guys like Djokovic and Nadal, and then there's another,
and shit.
yeah, those three guys. Because like the way one of the guys that I was listening to compared him, he's like, it'd be like if Michael Jordan. It'd be like if 3 Michael Jordans were playing at the same time. So like I was like, oh, maybe I should watch a couple of events and see what I'm missing. Because like if people are saying these are the greatest tennis players of all time, I wonder how it looks. But nah, I've never gotten into watching it.
Hey, is one of them black? I know. I'm
No,
not
I don't
trying to
think-
get
I don't
racial.
think so.
But-
No,
okay,
I
because
think
I
they're
saw just to get
Serena.
technical here. Oh no,
Yeah.
as far as guys,
The guy, no.
no.
I don't know what the
Okay.
hell they are actually.
Because it was a black guy who did this. Again, obviously, I don't know shit about tennis, but it was like a highlight, House of Highlights or fucking Sports Centers, whatever. I saw on Instagram. This guy, like, he responded to one of the hits, like he fucking jumped like sky high, smacked the shit out of it downward. And it was funny because reading the comments, people were saying like, why don't tennis players do this more often? But some people did have answers. But I thought it was like an interesting question because I think they're basically asking like, why isn't this a thing where they just fucking like use like their height and like jump to like smack the shit out of it in
Like
a downward
fucking
angle.
Mario tennis and shit.
You know what?
Special move.
I bet like people who don't know basketball just say like, why doesn't he just dunk every time?
Exactly. Because some answers I saw that which may have been legit. I think had to do with like energy conservation because of all the fucking like matches they be doing and shit like that.
Some of
yeah.
those games, like a match between like two tennis players, can go on for like hours.
Yeah,
That's probably why.
So they're saying like they ain't trying to fucking jump like crazy every single fucking hit or whatever.
And they're not trying to win. Anthony, are you?
I don't know if you guys knew. I mean, I know none of us are really tennis people, but
Speak for
a
yourself.
lot of people in the comments were basically asking that question, and I started asking it too.
Wait, have you played tennis, right, in high school?
Yeah, it was kind of a bluff, but I was part of the team technically.
Me too. I never even.
I still don't even know the
participated
score.
in a
I just
match.
know 0 is called love, and it goes straight to 8 or 16.
I think it's 15. It's like 15, 30, 45, and then I think game.
Yeah.
But
What kind of scoring system is bullshit is that?
Like there's no 3-pointers. Like it just goes 15.
You get a 15
You ever
pointer?
play tennis?
Nah, I don't think so.
I was like, imagine in basketball, you're down by 40 and you hit one shot to send it to overtime. Like, that's fucking horseshit.
Is tennis an American sport?
It's a gentleman's
Oh, you know what? That's a good question. I have no idea where tennis originated.
Because when you say these high like scoring as points, I heard that was the idea with football. They say like Americans love like the high numbers. That's why
Yes.
like football is like 6 is a touchdown and shit. Like
There's a little conspiracy theory that Major League Baseball, like they changed the ball and they fuck with the mound a little bit to give hitters like basically more advantages towards the hitters because the more home runs per season, the more people go to games.
it just hit me because baseball is as American as it gets, but it's not like that. It's a single point system game.
No, it is, but like, dude, I remember so many times going to Dodger Stadium when I was young, and the game would be like 1-0 in the 9th inning or 2-2 in the 9th inning. There's a lot of games now that go like 7-9. Like it's a lot more exciting.
They're trying to
People
up it.
made the same argument for soccer, saying like me, I don't know the rules about soccer, but like that shit is it's to a non-soccer fan, it does seem whack. Like I'm not gonna watch a whole game for 1-0.
Yeah.
And then I think a lot of people who think that way think, man, if this game could somehow be like 8-10 with maybe a possibility of overtime, like that's way more scoring. Scoring's cool.
Dude,
Yeah.
soccer sucks, bro.
A quick
No, it doesn't. You know what? Okay, it does, but not World Cup
I was gonna say
soccer.
not the World Cup. I don't
World
know why. I
Cups-
think when you get like countries involved, like that's just like fucking lit. But when I watch soccer or try to, I see a bunch of motherfuckers walking around like the center of the field, like just
That's
walking,
because you don't understand
waiting for
the
the ball
game.
and shit. I see Ecuador just getting fucking murked by like U.S. or like
a quick,
one of the more dominant teams.
A quick Google search says that tennis originated in France.
I
It's a
knew,
French-
it.
sound
I
like
knew
a
it was a
French
fucking
game.
bitch ass sport. France. The only thing they do good is lose war, French fries, and French toast. That's it.
French kiss.
Oh, you know
French
it's
kiss.
funny.
You know what? I think in France they call it an American kiss.
Or the AJ kiss.
No,
The
they
agent-
don't. No way.
Google search. Google search me.
You know what's funny? I like how like I'm right next to
I
this
feel like we don't
computer.
even call it a French.
I could just
we don't even
search.
call it a French kiss anymore.
Yeah, I
Let's call it a
remember
Mac.
walked up to a girl and said, "Hey, can I French kiss you?"
What do you Google for something like that? What do French people call a French kiss?
Exactly.
What do French people call making out? Google French sex. See what comes up.
You know what's funny
Probably
is
just this.
well, I don't know if you wanted to talk about like we were talking about throwing up after eating certain foods.
Gross.
One time, I think it was like the OG like fucking air fryers. I don't know. This was years ago. Like my mom had bought something to actually make French fries in, and like it was so fucking amazing. And I was always a big fan of fucking fries. So like I tested the limits, and I just thought it was funny to think that like
tested the limits.
I ate so much fucking fries that like I just puked like crazy. And I think like I wasn't fucking with it for a while, but then I went right back to it. But
Like the next day.
I just want to say, yeah, shit's crazy. Yeah, that shit
After
can
your
happen.
stomach settled, you went back. You went back for seconds.
Right after he threw up, he goes, "Fuck, that shit hurt. Mom, can you throw it in another
Like,
batch?"
fuck, that shit made me hungry.
Oh, that cleared space. What did French sex get you?
Dude, it was I don't even think it's not. I mean, it gave me the French
Well, you got a
word.
child lock on your phone or what?
No, it
Like,
it gave me
sex?
the French word. Galosher?
That's how you say sex?
Galosher? No, that's
I'm just gonna ask the stupid
And what's
thing
up,
you just
girl?
said.
slang
You want
for-
gallows? You want some
slang-
gallows shirt?
it's slang for French kiss, but apparently it's like according to this article, it says the French finally coined a French word for French kiss, so that must mean like they never. Not like they never had a word, but
I
they
just
didn't have
say
a word.
Mac.
At least until
Hey, you want a
2013, that is.
Swap spit. Tongue
Mac,
fight.
I don't use Mac anymore, but
you
like I
Fuck
did.
with our lips.
I did in like seventh and eighth grade.
Did you say gala chair? Is that what you
Yeah.
said? Yeah, I saw. Okay, I came across that too.
We're probably pronouncing that terribly.
Oh yeah,
Both
probably.
you guys both said that way different. I know you're for a fact you're both wrong.
Okay.
But pretty much that's how smooth they are, or like that's how boring they
How
are.
often do you gallo share per week, Anthony?
They're pretty
Dude,
much
you're-
saying they're pretty much saying that like it was never a big deal over there, like so it was
Yeah, they
always
just be
a
walking
kiss.
around macking all day.
So,
Hey, no,
I guess they're
I
not
tried
big
to be a
Mackers.
Frenchman.
And
Hey,
I-
French be fucking.
No, I think I think I remember hearing that like
They make
I guess
love.
what would you call that, like a stereotype or something? Like in movies or like comedians making jokes and stuff. But there was one time when me and Karina went to Cancun and we were on like a boat, and the two people from Italy were fucking getting down like. Like nobody was on the boat with them, and like it was a boat with like 30 people.
But it's like, excuse me.
It was like it was like a small boat of like 30 people, and they were just like laying down. They were for real, like
Italian?
Yeah.
He's like, you fucking spread always. I'm about to eat that fucking
no. And
pussy.
the Italian guy had
About to eat that fucking pussy.
the Italian guy had a Speedo on, and they were
Hold
just
on,
like
man.
they were both laying down, like making
Hey,
out.
could you see like mad wood?
You can
or-
bulge. I could see bulge.
Ray just
Hey,
like,
why were you looking at his bulge?
Hey,
It was, hey, Ray was like, Italy, your dick's getting hard.
no, 'cause it's one of those things.
I
you
can
just-
picture. Oh,
no,
hey,
it was
Karina, wow,
definitely
look
like-
at his
dude,
dick.
If there was a picture, no, it wasn't.
How
like
does
that.
she look like it? You can't even answer.
I probably can't. Like,
He threw out his phone. He goes, it wasn't like that.
because it wasn't like that. But like,
All
if there was
mad
a
and
picture,
fucking Peter
but
gazing over here.
if there was a picture of like everybody on the boat, they like it was just the way they're the only people there that like stood out like that. Like the guy's the only guy with the Speedo, like it's
With
like,
the bulge, he's the only
no,
guy with
part
the
of it- part
bulge.
of it-
Did he have mad ass out?
Hey,
I
low
don't think it was like a thong Speedo. It was like the back. It was like a it was like a swimmer Speedo.
Hey, you gotta admire the man's confidence.
No, that's what it is. It is confidence, but that's what I was thinking. Like, I've
Those
heard of
Italy's
this.
get some pussy,
I've heard of the
probably.
stereotype like all the time, but I'm guessing it's like there's either some truth to it or it is just true. These fucking people were straight
Ray would
macking,
look sound
on
like
the
about
boat.
to fuck around to find out.
and they were like, I'm telling you, they were rolling around. They were laying
Bro, are
down.
you getting horny right now?
I'm telling you, they were like laying down, but they were like rolling around, making like fucking face touching, ass touching. It was getting crazy.
Just popping your face.
Hey, that's what this move searches on X videos on. Face touching.
Just Google Mac. Nah, dude, it was
Italian
Italian face touch.
It was mad.
I can picture
passionate.
Ray all sweaty. Fuck, babe, touch my face.
I'm just
Touch
saying,
my fucking face.
2 hands.
I'm just saying it was mad. It was mad passionate. There was a lot of passion going on there. It was hot.
Yeah, imagine.
Look, if I was on that boat, I'd just be like,
It's like,
It'd be like the Drewski.
The thing I thought was funnier was like people were like we
no
were
big
very
deal.
respectful of it. Like everybody was just like turning away like it wasn't happening, but it was. Like it was. They were going hard.
dude, that's fucking badass. Well, what kind of Speedo was it? Was it like
Yeah, what color?
I don't
Animal
know. I
print?
can't remember.
Hopefully red.
I hate that we're talking about the guy so much.
No, well,
Well, because dude,
I need to know what she was
When
wearing.
the fuck do you go to Seal Beach and see straight Speedo? We don't roll like that over here on the West Coast.
Yeah, that's true. We need to be more. We need to bring it back.
No, we don't. It
I'm
wa-
sorry,
it was
the
never
bitch-
here.
The
It
bitch
was
sees you in the Speedos and I'm like, damn, he's confident. He shouldn't be because he's not filling it out as well as my Italian lover would. But I dig the confidence, and that's half the battle.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sure
yeah.
there's
You just
some-
need the BDE. You don't need to actually have BD.
Yeah,
You also
maybe-
have to. Oh no!
You just need the E.
I was gonna say you have to also kind of be in
You just
shape.
need the E. That was a good one. I like that.
I was gonna say you kind of need to be in shape too, but there's some fat guys that pull off some.
They don't. They try. They,
ridiculous shit.
they don't pull it off.
Or
but
they just don't
wear
care.
They wear it.
Don't care. So they just wear it.
It's just supreme confidence, I think, at that point.
They don't pull it off. They mostly like pull it out, like when it gets stuck in the ass and shit.
Did you guys hear that story about the guy that got paid like 300 times his salary, and like just kind of disappeared?
Well,
No.
why? Why?
Oh,
Yeah.
this happened in Chile. So
We were just talking about someone's Chile, and now there's a story in Chile.
no, that's kind of why I made the connection. So, there was like a human resources error, and this guy, he gets paid the equivalent of like $545 US a month, and because of this error, he got paid like $180,000, well, equivalent like of what we would. They get paid in, I forget what the Chilean form of currency was.
Sucre.
He got paid, and then like he just kind of went dark, stopped showing up to work. But the HR person was actually able to get a hold of him and said like, "Hey, can you go to the bank like tomorrow and return the funds, return the money, like get it sorted out or whatever?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, like I'll get it sorted out." The next day he didn't, and then they kept trying to like call him. He just went dark.
Oh, he's gone.
And then over the phone, like I think by a text message, he sent in his resignation like 2 days later, and in this case, like nobody's been arrested or whatever, but the company that paid him wants to like get him in trouble for, I think it was a misappropriation of funds was what they're trying to get. And I think this guy already hired a lawyer and like is letting the lawyer speak for him, so he's just gonna kind of stay quiet and let that handle. So I'm curious how
it's gonna
handled,
play out.
but,
I wonder how that works.
But how would you guys respond if you guys got paid 300 times?
Well, I'll just tell you the math I did right now. So I did the math. So it would take him about 330 months to make that amount of money. So I think I'd fucking disappear too.
I think if you made the equivalent of $500, like $550,
he's gonna buy that company and then fire the HR lady.
Fire the HR. Well,
that's 27 years. That's 27.8 years.
Oh yeah, dude, that's yeah. That guy quit early retirement.
He's probably on that fucking same boat as you now.
He was with a speedo. Probably him.
The guy with the
speedo guy.
He wasn't even Italian. He was Chilean.
He was Chitalian, dog.
Italian. That's why he had big dick energy. He had a fucking $180,000 in the bank.
Yeah, like I was just trying to share a like moment with you guys, and it turns into like I'm the gay one. Like I wasn't even admiring. I was just like, this is different. I don't see that all the time.
That's the difference between me. I would have admired that shit. I would have been like, that fool is confident as fuck in the speedo, getting his shit fucking.
So then you ask for his number after, or
I might just a few pointers. Like, how do you do it?
a few pointers.
Like, oh, you gotta be Italian. Gotta be Italian.
Big Italian dick.
Nah, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I saw your dick. No way you pull that off. No way you pull that off.
No Italian in you at all.
No, I saw your fucking dick. No way you pull that off.
Baby Italian, maybe.
Honey, look at big American little dick.
She's like, oh, it's okay. Like, trying to sweet talk me. It's all right. Like, well, this tongue game, like Italian as fuck, though, bitch. Then she's like, prove it.
Hey, what if that couple reeled you in for a three-way? AJ, you in?
Nah, because I feel like Italian, like, that fool would be low key, like,
Mac you on your neck from.
Yeah. I don't mean to judge them, but
Hey, what if you're ramming his wife from behind and you just feel this fool's lips on your back?
you just start eating my ass.
He's all like hugging you from behind, like rubbing your chest and shit.
Like in a.
Or he just starts
Like
rubbing your
Guess
fucking ass. He's like,
Starts whispering in my ear, like, it's all right. Just take this Italian dick. Like,
he whispers in your ear, you ever had Italian dick? Oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
You just feel two hands massaging your fucking ass.
and you see her hands, like, clenched, like, on the bed.
And then, no. She grabs your wrist and she's like, let him fuck you.
It's okay. We do it all the time.
It was a trap. It trapped your ass.
Oh, you ever see, like, Super Troopers? Like that foreign couple when they get pulled over? And, like, that girl's, like, all, like,
the
getting
Germans?
touched. Yeah. And then that dude's, like, has, like, that feather. He's all touching the cop's dick with it.
He's like, cut it out. And then
Later, they're in bed with them.
right before they arrest him, like the rookie cop's all making out with her, and he's like, "Fuck, I need this." and then he's like, "No, believe me, we're under watch right now. We have to be tight. If it was any other fucking month, I would have shown you how to do this."
Any other fucking month. Fuck, man. There's some when you guys talk about like shit like that. I'm always like, fuck. There's some movies I got to go back and watch because I don't remember a lot from
Yeah.
Super Troopers.
I don't remember Super Troopers.
Oh, dude,
either.
give that a watch. That one hold.
That
That one
couple
stands the
goes
test of
home
time.
with a fucking Ramathorn, right? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that couple goes home with him. And he walks in the room and they're like messing around. It's like, who wants to go for a mustache ride? And the guy's like, I do. Like he's like, I do.
That shit was
That's
so
why I know,
funny.
like foreigners, they played different game than us. Like I'm not getting my ass eaten by no fucking dude who says like I do.
Fucking from behind, he's like, my friend, so much hair. It's okay though.
You see my wife under the arm.
Oh fuck. Fucking Italians.
What were we talking about before?
No, it's funny. I've been trying to answer Ray's question this whole time.
What would you do?
I remember.
I don't know if I
I remember there being a question.
'Cause-
About what would you do if
What
you
would
got
you
paid
do? Yeah.
300 times?
And I was saying if it's
You guys went back to the Italian guy.
That was the best setup though. That shit was funny.
yeah, I was just saying in America though, I feel like they would somehow win. So like, I think I'd have to be like, nah, take your fucking bitch ass money back. You know?
No, I'm fucking getting a divorce, changing my name to.
You're gonna
Italian
retire
guy.
on $180,000. You like,
No,
dude.
300 times what we make now, right?
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
That's still ain't shit.
So 180,000.
$300? Yeah, you come back at $300.
You wouldn't leave for 50 grand? No, but Anthony's got a good point. I don't think the U.S. government fucks around like our big corporations. Like if Google did, dude, where are you gonna go from Google?
Yeah, like
Nowhere.
No, I saw one of their fucking cars on the street today. The fucking Google Maps car.
oh, you're gonna be on
They know-
Google
yeah,
Maps.
They know where fucking everybody's at.
I know, like in 10 years, imagine they're knocking on your door. Hey, Google, we're taking inside the home photos.
No, I seen a TikTok like that. I think it's fake, but it's like a Google map, like the street view. And they're like they go in through some dude's window, and he's just in there beating his meat. Like that shit.
That's gotta be. No, you know what? That's probably real.
Yeah, and it looked real as fuck, but people are good with like bullshit like that. So it was just funny to see a fat ass dude like. But yeah, I'll probably turn the money in. What's $5? You know.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, I turned it in
you're
for the
saying-
same reasoning.
yeah,
I just think like big companies, they don't play that shit.
Would you at least like consult a lawyer before you did it?
I would probably buy one dumb thing like a fucking $10,000 chain and be like, oh, I don't know, like, but here's the rest of it.
On your end, it says
like,
you gave
I'm
me
coming-
180,000. No, it was 170.
I'm coming out of that with like one dumb purchase. And I'm $10,000 chain sounds like pretty stupid.
Buys a house.
So that's just like some stupid shit. They're all looking at you like, yeah, you went to McDonald's like 30 times. Like,
Imagine turning in the money with your $10,000 chain on. They clearly like know, like, oh, that's why that
Okay, that
fucking
stupid
extra
purchase reminds me of fucking Super Troopers again. Remember they put on the sticker to see if they won like $10 million or something? He's like, what are you gonna do with $10 million? I'm gonna buy a car.
Yeah, buy a $10 million car.
Yeah, it's just fucking funny.
That fucking movie does stand the test of time.
so I was trying to figure it out. The math earlier. Joey Chestnut's record is like 76 hot dogs or something like that, or 72, something like that in 10 minutes. So if he gave you like how many hot dogs do you think you can take down in 10 minutes?
Like if I was starving and there was money on the line, depends too. Are they those big fucking Nathan's fucking hot dogs?
I don't know, like your average.
Like your average dog?
I could with each one has to have a bun, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I could probably I'd be surprised if I hit like 12, 15, and that'd probably be like I'd probably for sure throw up after that.
I watched it for some reason when I was like little. I remember just scrolling through ESPN, and for some reason they were televising it.
They always had
Still
eating
to
shit
this
on
day.
there.
They fucking televise it. I would like watch it just for a little bit. I remember watching it maybe that one time, and I was just like grossed out. They're all fucking dipping the hot dogs in water and shit.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah, that
dude, you
shit's
gotta
gross.
watch. They did a sports science on it.
Was it
a
fucking
science
eating hot dogs?
Yeah, like the way he positioned his face and like
Yeah.
you see
I've
he
heard
doesn't
of that.
really chew. He kind of just
He just
like,
swallows the dog.
yeah, it's crazy. Like
What the fuck?
And he said, I think he said he fasts for like 2 days before a competition. And I heard like professional eaters, they'll eat like an entire head of lettuce because it's like very low calorie, but it's mostly water. So it expands your stomach. So it gives you like that feeling of being disgustingly full. So that's how they train for it. And then like after, so I think he fasts for like 2 days before. He does the hot dogs. I don't know if he throws up after the hot dogs, but I think he said he cuts his calories like in half, like the 3 days after a contest as well. So like they got to take all these precautions because, dude, that shit, 70 hot dogs, dude. I don't even think I eat 70 hot dogs in a year. Actually, I'm a guarantee I don't.
Yeah,
I probably have like 14, 15 a year, maybe.
hot dog's something to just do.
But
There's
hamburgers,
nothing to do.
I eat way more fucking hamburgers though. I probably have like 100 hamburgers a year, probably.
That's it.
That's a lot.
100 is a lot.
At least.
That's like one every four.
I eat
I was
like-
gonna say you have like nearly 4 months of fucking hamburgers. That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm way more of a. I mean, anyone here like hot dogs more than hamburgers? I mean, I like bratwurst better, but that's different kind of meat. Like
Yeah.
hot dogs and hamburgers.
No, hamburger is way
all
better.
day. But here's a fucking debate: is would you consider a hot dog a sandwich? Because they're like, oh, it's got meat, it's got bread.
Yeah.
I never have, but there's people who do. Like, it doesn't bother me. I'm not gonna lose sleep over whether it's a fucking sandwich or not. I'm gonna just eat that motherfucker.
Yeah, I feel like that was one of those.
His homie.
Have you seen like I don't know different like restaurants and like they separate the foods in different categories? Is hot dog like at fucking I don't know what a hot dog place is.
First of all, here's a piece of advice: you go to a restaurant and they serve hot dogs, walk right back out that fucking door. I don't think there's a. Actually, fuck. Maybe like Pink's.
Like I just said, like Wiener Schnitzel or something. I don't know. Do they?
I usually like.
Why are you going there?
Because it's
Hey,
a hot
look,
dog.
No,
Damn.
but no,
I
but for
fuck
real,
with Wiener
no,
Schnitzel, bro.
no, but for real.
I've had it in a minute.
I'm
That shit's
joking
bomb.
around though. I do love Wiener Schnitzel, but even though I do love it, I only go like 4 times a year.
Doghouse or something? Don't they? Aren't they big on different kinds of hot
Oh,
dogs?
that's when my chick gets mad at me. That's where I end up. Doghouse.
There's that one, and then there's the one in Buena Park. What is that shit
There's
called?
Pink's. That's like in Hollywood, I
Oh
think,
yeah,
the original.
Pink's. I don't know. I'm pissed. I'm forgetting the name.
But I
of
mean,
it.
like, I think like sit down restaurant. Like, you can't go to fucking Outback Steakhouse and get a hot dog. I think you'll just probably get your ass kicked if you ask for that.
I know they're at fucking one in, like I said, in Buena Park. It's like I don't know, Petrillo's or something.
Hot
or
dog
something.
on a stick.
There's hot dog on a stick.
If you call
You
that
sit down and you eat.
Hey, in
Food
the
court?
mall.
He's like, I sit on the stick.
Oh,
Ray, you fucking asshole! You just fucked up the whole podcast.
I turned off my mic.
yeah. Actually, I didn't really hear shit. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, classy. Can you get me one?
But
Yeah,
okay.
I'll
Anyways,
take one too, bro.
I have a feeling I could be wrong that would be under like sandwiches, or maybe they'd say hot dog and sandwiches. If yeah, right. If these fucking restaurants exist, I don't fucking know.
Jesus Christ. Anything else you got on the docket, Raymond?
So there was like a survey about some of the schools in the U.S. and a lot of schools are saying that they're seeing a rise in behavioral issues and absence from schools and from their students. They're blaming a lot of it on the pandemic. Like some of these kids don't know how to act nowadays. But the absence one is what kind of got me. I was like, what the heck? That's kind of because like I mean, fuck. How do you like, what are they not doing shit? Like, are they not punishing? I remember my mom used to tell me if I missed too much school, she was gonna go to jail. Like, what the fuck?
Nah,
Are they not putting parents in
bullshit.
jail anymore?
I used to miss Hallow school, and my parents never went to jail.
Fuck. I wish I would have missed more school.
I missed a lot of school. And,
I thought your mom was gonna go to jail for like beating your ass or something from missing.
Maybe that's what she meant, huh? She's like, no, it's not because you're missing school. It's because like I kicked your ass from like missing.
imagine
that
you
much
ask her and
school.
she's like, no, I was going to go to jail because I was going to fuck you up. But honestly, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, aren't they a lot quicker to give I mean, I think even they were probably when we were growing up, but I feel like I'm pretty sure if you looked at the data, there'd probably be like a lot more kids on just different types of medication, and sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't, and then you factor in COVID with that shit, and yeah, that's a recipe for disaster.
But now they're saying, like the past year, like if you have any symptoms of any kind of like illness, stay home.
Maybe that's
So why the fuck are they tripping now? When motherfuckers
I was about to say maybe that's
what.
what it was with the absences. That's
Yeah, that
probably
is
what
true.
it was. They're at least in the article I read, they were reporting it like it was an issue, but I'm starting to think maybe that's what it was for. Because even at work, I mean, I'm sure if they polled the numbers from my job, like people are probably missing a lot more work now because like that's what it is too. Like, oh, even if you wake up with a sore throat, don't fucking come in or whatever. Like simple shit that like I remember fucking like when I was younger, if I had like a stuffy nose or whatever, it was like, oh, you're still going to fucking school, like.
Make the nurse send you home.
Yeah,
fuck the nurse.
Imagine if they had a nurse. Imagine if they had a nurse at your job. Oh, yeah, boss, I don't feel too good. Go see the nurse.
That's pretty funny.
Just fucking telling a nurse. Imagine being fucking 30, telling a nurse, my stomach hurts. AJ would probably go in there. Oh, my wiener's always hard.
Yeah, why, nurse? Fucking bitch, tell me. One time, like one of the guys when I worked at Vaughn's, he went home early. So I asked one of the supervisors, like, where the fuck is he at? Like, I need him. Oh, he said his tummy hurt. I was so fucking mad when I heard that. I was like, he said his tummy. He said those words. So yeah, I was like, I'm gonna fuck this dude up. Like, I'm so fucking pissed. He said it.
Yeah. At what age do you have to forfeit the right for the use of the word tummy?
I don't think I've ever used the fucking word tummy.
I don't even call my kids tummy a tummy.
You know what? Yeah, I don't think I've ever said to my nephew, hey, your tummy.
Tummy's such a fucking bitch ass word.
It really fucking is.
I don't even say tummy tuck.
I don't even eat like
stomach tuck.
I don't even eat Tums or whatever. I don't fuck with that.
Those shits will save your life in a pinch. Oh, one time I had that Super Soaker 3000 in my ass, and the only thing that helped was fucking.
Why'd you put it in your ass?
Dude, it's what I ate.
There was this Twitch streamer chick that wanted to like prove a point. She was doing it. I guess she was doing like her own personal research. She bought like a fake cleavage chest looking thing like for
fake
like,
titties.
Yeah, she but those big like fucking rubber covered ones that like I don't know. I don't.
It's like how some chicks have ass pads. Like she just had.
Well, she did it. She did it to see if like her streaming numbers would change, like her streaming information would change. Like she was trying to prove a point, I guess. And it fucking did. Like it was funny. Her subscriptions went all the way up. Like her donations went all the way up by like crazy percentages, by like 700%. And like her viewing time went up. Like people were watching her for longer. There was like a bunch of other crazy statistics that she had access to that were she noticed were going up. And then I think after she did it for I think a day or whatever, and then she started talking about after how she was just she kind of made it like a more valiant like fucking effort talking about how like women streamers have it like a lot tougher. Like people think it's easier because they're like. If
anything, I think they have it easier because of that. Like if you're a guy and you pull your dick out, I think
she was trying to go against that view though, like because a lot of guys do think that like we all think like, oh man, these chicks have it easy. They just have to like pull a boob out and like.
Yes, it is that simple though. Right.
But I think she was fighting against this, saying that like those boosts that those women see like only last for a certain amount of time. Once they can't maintain that audience that they first get from like that bump, they're like it's like she was just trying to say it's harder for them to have
get
like
a better personality,
have like an loyal audience, I guess. I got to go back and see exactly what she was saying. I might be giving you guys wrong information.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I want to be like that fucking HR lady from Chile and try to get my money back. Like, the second I find out those titties are fake, I want my fucking money back.
You've been lied to?
Yeah.
False advertisement?
Bro, I want my fucking money back. And I'm probably going to kill her.
No, I mean, I think, fuck, I don't know anything about Twitch, but I think Alex was telling me, like, there's a few Twitch streamers that a bunch of dudes apparently think are hot, but they suck at video games. But they make millions of dollars because they suck at video games, but they're hot. So like, I think if you're just a hotter person, whether you're a dude or a chick, it's just gonna be easier. But again, that's like the one edge that chicks have that guys don't have is like because you
get
like
that? Probably should turn my mic off.
Yeah, because guys can't fucking dress slutty and get like more views. It is what it is. But if you're a chick, you do have that option. Like. And whether it's a right option or not, I think that's up to the individual. But you do have that option to be like, well, let me let these things hang out a little bit.
I don't know why I randomly thought about like I just envisioned like this girl
Italian guy.
Yeah, him getting his views up.
No, I was like, I wish I had a Twitch.
You think I should do Bush?
I don't know why I just thought of like that girl like trying to expose all the info to the world like without that shit anymore and like nobody's listening because their views are down.
No, but everyone knows. But everyone,
He's in the chat room or whatever it's called. I don't know those terms.
but everyone knows that, right? Like sex sells. Like so,
Yeah,
like the more sex you're throwing out there, like.
So I don't know what that bitch was trying to bring.
Badass bitches just
oh,
like.
I remember, dude. I used to fucking.
Dude, I used to fucking get famous stars. And I would like try to eat it like that, but it didn't look the same.
Like sliding on.
Well, I don't think if
on the hood of
barbecue
your car.
sauce. I don't think if barbecue sauce hit your fucking little dick. I don't know. How's that hot?
If
There's an audience for that, bro. There has to be. There's some sick fucks out there.
if we're four bad bitches in this garage, I mean, come on, PK show would be fucking like minimum 10 times what it is.
It's funny though because I feel like that.
Fuck, I
that's,
wish
I
wish I was
I think we
hot.
just come across one like those where it's always gonna be like a different. That topic is always gonna be brought up, but I think it's just because it's continuous because of like it's the new generation like realizing it like their double standard for whatever they have going on like whatever that platform is. It happened to be Twitch this time, but like people had always been arguing about that like TV, like there's too much sex on TV or in commercials or whatever. It's just always like the next. Like another generation coming up and arguing those things we continuously argue. I feel like all the time.
Do you guys watch streamers like that?
No,
Because you guys
No.
are normal fucking guys, right? Like, I know people who watch chicks like that. They're
No,
not us.
do you
They're
ever
different.
you ever
Like, that's
hear
all they
that
got.
argument? It kind of sounds like because I've always heard that argument where they say like the father always like tells his son like, why are you watching people play video games? And it's like you could be playing video games, and like the kid's response is always like, why do you watch like fucking
Oh, yeah.
people play sports on TV? It's like the same fucking idea. I don't think that's like not. I don't think that's abnormal. Like you're making it seem like.
No, I was
I could
telling
see
you-
we're watching Twitch like streamers game like as entertainment. When I used to see like my brother was always fucking good at video games, and I used to actually just enjoy watching him fucking play video games.
I think
Like,
sometimes-
I was never a gamer, but I liked watching people
Yeah.
play.
And I think sometimes you like watching people that are just like good at it.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like
So I
I
see that
fucking
being a
suck playing good games too.
Is that why porn's so popular?
It just sucks so much.
You just like being watching people who are
That's
good
why
at
you
it.
like watching the Italian guy.
I didn't like watching it. That's the thing. You guys are coming at me like I liked it. I didn't really like it. I was just like, this is different.
Like, Ray's like all turned like.
I didn't go home and like try the Italian shit. Like
He's
I
trying
didn't
to
go,
position his bulge like.
All right.
I didn't
see
go
how he's
home
doing
and like buy a speedo and just imagine like I started just buying speedos and shit.
it. Ray's just like okay, touching her face.
Imagine you just take out the trash in a speedo one day, like on your street.
Oh yeah, good luck.
No, but I don't know. I don't fuck it. As long as no one's getting hurt, whatever. Do whatever you want to fucking do. I don't give a fuck.
That's fucking funny.
Did you guys see the guy light a firework in his bedroom?
No,
I just saw the
What would you do
thumbnail.
if you're one of your kids like is a teenager and she lights the Pikachu in her room that you like fucking spend all your time
I don't even
building?
I don't even want to think about that. Like, oh, like
giving her the
It
1, 2,
could very
or the
well
1, 2,
happen.
3.
It's funny. The guy I was watching on YouTube was like, "Oh yeah, his mom came into the room asking the question we were all thinking like," and then he plays the video and it's his mom coming. What the hell are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but I mean, doesn't that kind of make you think of all the stupid fucking shit we did growing up?
but
I
we know
never-
better than to light a
that-
firework
that-
in the room, dog.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Hey, but his views, like the chick with the fake titties, like
When you
When
do,
what?
that boy's doing some shit now. Again,
I don't know.
Because he
do
did
you-
that on a stream, right? He did that on a live stream. When he
I was gonna say,
admitted.
dang, that's a more interesting question to me is like how far people are willing to push the envelope.
Motherfucker almost burned his house down.
Exactly, for views, because like everyone's trying to get more views on stuff, but I think most people like have a line that's drawn. But I don't know, dude. Could you imagine if we were in high school and this shit was popping like this? We would have probably been like, "Hey Ray, I'm gonna fucking jump in front of this car and let it hit me. You got to record me, dude." Like I don't think anyone's gonna take it that far, but I'm just saying like it keeps progressively
Let's light a
getting like a
firework
little
right
crazier. Huh?
light a firework.
Let's
right
go to
here.
your fucking house and light a firework.
I kind of get what Adrian's saying. I think clout chasing was like obviously it's on a much higher scale right now. So like if we were at that age, like
Oh, I would have been
we'd follow
dangerous.
that hype too. Yeah,
I
I
would've
would
probably-
do shit for the gram. I'm
AJ
sure.
AJ would have probably killed me doing a prank or something.
Yeah. So I
It's
get
just a
it.
prank. It's just a prank.
I mean, what are
At the
those like
fucking funeral
what are they
Wake
crying?
called?
up.
Amani memes like literally just made a meme about it like around 4th of July. Like motherfuckers were shooting each other with that shit. That's
Oh, like
that
the
was
Roman
pretty.
candles?
Yeah, the
Like
Roman
the-
candles. There you go.
Oh, but that you know what? I do remember like fucking watching that grow up.
I did that shit before.
Yeah, I was fucking
Okay,
scared.
yeah,
Like
we were pretty
seeing that
stupid.
shit, people were like legit horizontal on that shit. Like that shit would just shoot down the street. Like, dude, they used to always happen right there in Merced. That's where they used to do it. Those fucking the trailer park.
A bunch of hoodlums,
Yep,
brother.
Yep.
I think they're all in jail now. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Yeah, man, the shit is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like that was pretty stupid.
Oh, but have
and
you
we
guys-
knew it was stupid.
But have you guys ever been in public, especially lately, and seen anyone like filming a vlog or doing anything? Because it's funny, like we do this, but this is like in my garage, so it's not
Yeah,
a
it's
big deal. It's
pretty
like
private.
whatever. But I went to the mall last week and I saw someone like legit like filming themselves and talking and walking, and I think that was the first time I've ever seen it in person. And it's funny, like because I watch a few things on YouTube where people are like in public explaining things, whatever. But when you see it from like a first person perspective, it is kind of like different. Because I was like not paying attention. I just hear like this conversation happening behind me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It's like someone filming themselves. I don't know what the fuck they were doing,
Oh,
but
it should have been a ding. Like, what? Like, what'd you say? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
just act like, "Oh my god, Jack Carter!" Like I'm a big fan.
Oh, I see you on YouTube. It's like, I'm not on YouTube, I'm on TikTok.
Yeah, for all the young generations on TikTok, like they don't. Well, some of them are on YouTube though,
You
right?
see that guy who always goes up to like a celebrity and calls them the wrong name?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
that
actually
guy's
seen that
fucking
guy.
It was like
Just-
Rondo's, oh, Chris Paul, like my favorite
No,
point guard.
but
And he, like, hugs him.
I've heard he does like the on the purpose stuff, like where he calls them something that's like somebody that they don't like.
Yeah,
that they
it's
don't
just
like. That's
funny
it.
as fuck.
I think it was after like Rondo got in that fight with Chris Paul, like when Rondo was on the Lakers.
See, but I don't know. I feel like if you were a professional basketball player, you would just laugh at it.
Yeah, I would.
I don't know.
And I wish I was a professional basketball player.
Another lifetime, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
You got anything else, or is that it?
No, I think I got another couple things.
Hit me, rapid fire.
The movie theater that banned the Minion fans. Did you guys see that? Because there was like a TikTok trend where like a bunch of people were like getting hyped for the Minion movie.
I did see that.
And there was like young, like teenage, like dudes like showing up in full suits. But I get the reason why they got banned though was because some of the people that were coming in, like the groups of guys that were coming in suits, were being kind of like obstructing, like the movie theater. Like they were cheering like while the movie was playing, fucking flashing their lights on their cell phones and stuff.
Oh, just like being disruptive.
Just being assholes like during the movie, like cheering like really loud and shit.
I get it though, because it's easier to sit here being older and say like, yeah, that's like they shouldn't be doing that, but I know full well I would be probably the loudest person there. So I get it.
Dude, it's funny that I've gotten to that age now where I look back at some of the stuff we did. I'm like, oh my god! I just start shaking my head like, fuck. We should have got our asses kicked a couple times. Somebody should have told. More people should have told us something. Why the fuck did I do that? Like I'm just like, weird.
No, people did. I mean, I remember being loud in movie theaters, and there's always that one person in front of you that just turns around, and is like, "Hey, shut
the
up,
fuck up,
Yeah.
or shut up.
And you're like, "Ah, shit."
You guys ever told anyone to shut up in a movie theater?
Nah, I don't think so. Thankfully,
I don't think I'm that guy yet.
Yeah, I don't think I'm that guy yet.
I haven't gotten that like I mean, what would they say? I was gonna say stubborn, but
What do you think leads
I
to
don't think
that?
that's the word.
Cell phone bill's a little late.
Nah, low key, my chick always wants to like say I'm gonna say something like, fuck, I'm getting my ass kicked right now. Like, just leave him alone.
Have you ever had a moment like that where you were like, just like, you felt like you were being forced into something, like where she said, like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," and you're just like, "Oh fuck, I guess we're doing this."
Yeah, but I only like I think like luckily like the other person stopped, or like it just like went away.
Dude,
I'm
there's
like,
one time at me and Karina went to Disneyland, and she went into the restroom and she had these mini ears, and fucking mini ears I guess are pretty expensive. So she went in there and I guess she took off the mini ears and put them
Mistake number one.
She put them next to the sink or something like that. She went to the restroom, washed her hands, and then came back. And she didn't have the mini ears. So then we're about to walk away, and I guess she didn't realize it. But then this lady walked out of the restroom, and she was wearing the mini ears that like Karina had, or like what Karina thought were her mini ears. And she's like, "I think that lady took my mini ears." And then like I was like, "Well, should we go tell her something?" And she's like, "I don't know, because then she walked into her family, and it was like a family. It was like a big, like 20. It was like a big group. It was a big like 20 to 30 person group, just big Samoan people, like buff, like all tatted up, like scary looking, like. And I was like, I was like, Karina, I will go ask her if you really want me, like if you really care about these mini ears, I will go ask that lady. She's like, well, what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna say like, hey.
Hey, please.
Like, did you? I was just like, I'm just gonna be honest.
Give my fucking
I was like, I'm
back.
just gonna be honest. Like, my girlfriend thinks those are her mini ears, and like she left them on the table. She's like, no, don't do that, because what if they get mad? I was like, well, that's the risk. And then she's like, no, like I think maybe we'll just get other mini ears. And I was like, are you sure? I can go say something. She's like, no. I was just like, I was kind of thanking God that she was like, no, like whatever. Because if she was like a little bit more like, not like, yeah, go tell her. I think I probably would have, and like risked an ass kicking. But I don't know.
You wouldn't be here right now, I think.
Yeah, there was too many of them. There was definitely too many of them. Like, that's not something you come back from.
I mean, yeah, you never know. You could just, all it takes is the one wrong one. But like,
The thing is, though, I kept
to humbly ask, like, hey, I think you might have accidentally taken my
I
girl's.
think I maybe
mini ears.
would have been able to talk my way out of it. But the thing was,
would've
I
been
was
a big
asking
deal.
Karina, I was like, are you 100% sure those are yours? And then she was just like, I'm pretty sure they're mine. I'm like, fuck, well, like.
And you come out, I was like, hey, you dumbass fucking thief. Give me my shit.
I don't know why. Like, I just think, yeah, man, talking goes a fucking long way. Like, recently, man, I was tripping out at a grocery store. I don't know if maybe I told you guys that. It makes me laugh. I was fucking a little annoyed because, like, I'm like fucking tunnel vision a lot of times when especially this was when Des was pregnant. So I was getting whatever the fuck she was craving, hurried up, fucking cashier trying to get my shit and dip. But the bitch next to me is some older lady. She was just dogging me fucking hard. And like, you know when you can kind of like sense someone like just staring at you?
Yeah, you could feel it.
And in my head, I'm thinking like, did I maybe cut her off again? I'm like a tunnel vision, so I didn't even know like why she's like, you know, does she have a problem with me or something? So I just said, fuck it. You know what? Like, and I feel like the old me wouldn't, but like, this was on Christmas because I remember how it ended because I was just like, hey, like, ma'am, did I do something? Is everything okay? And she's like, oh, you know what you did. You like cut me off and this and that. I was like, the fuck? Like, it was like the quick 15 items or less line because I only got like one thing. She had one thing. And I was like, oh, like I just straight up told her, like, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not looking at anything. I have a pregnant wife at home. I'm like literally trying to get this and dip. I just felt like I probably beat you. If anything, I'm not paying attention to that. I was like, I'm sorry, whatever. I was like, thankfully we only have like one item each, right? We'll be quick. And like, we ended up being super fucking cool. She was super nice. And then she ended up like, you know, it ended up like, you know, Merry Christmas, fucking have a good day. 'Cause she was talking about like her grandkids and stuff. So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting how like just me talking about it then like changed both our moods and we ended up really cool.
No, that is kind of cool because I feel like most people just go to like the maximum level really quick now.
Yeah.
Like instead of being like cool or trying to figure out like what the issue is, real quick, what the fuck did you say? I'm like, oh, fuck, my phone bill's due. I don't got time for this shit.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I think now. Like, fuck it, just say what gotta be said. And
I feel like we
if it goes out, then it goes out there.
I feel like we expect a little bit more negativity nowadays. So
Yeah.
like, I think people, when people are honest or whatever, or just like maybe not so hostile. Like it's like whatever. It's like a relief, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'll agree with that.
Well, I told you guys that party I went to on Saturday, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
we got into it. Like, well, I didn't.
yeah,
My homie got into it.
Was it
with-
just like a drinking type of thing? Could you
Yeah.
chalk it up to
Yeah.
that?
But I heard like conflicting shit. I don't know what happened. Anyway, so they're like kind of like in each other's face. So I get my boy. I'm like, hey, stop. And I'm like apologizing to all the other, like her family, my coworker's family, and her brothers, and they
Because you guys are like the disrespectful looking people now.
they didn't want to hear it.
Wow.
Like
that sucks.
only one guy out of all of them was like, "Ah, it's all good, dude." Like I got my boy and left. Everybody else was like, "Nah, I don't want to fucking talk to you." I was like, "What the fuck, bro?" I was fucking getting mad. Like,
just trying to apologize, yeah.
I'm just
I
trying
don't
to
know, I
apologize.
just think
Like,
people are
what's
just
your problem?
bitches now.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like,
But they're older crowd, bro.
no, but
they're all
that
That's
is a
even
trip.
worse.
OGs,
yeah,
like they should be
yeah.
like men about that
Yeah.
shit.
Because I remember when you were really drunk and you were telling Anthony's neighbor, I'll fuck you up. And then he was like, what? And I was like, hey, he's drunk. We're good. And he's like, all right, like, get him. But he was like cool about it despite like what was being said. Like, and I feel like that was the norm, but now it's kind of not the norm.
I
So
can't believe I got like that. I'm sorry.
you almost fucking killed him. You wanted blood. I saw
I've
it in your
never
eyes.
been like that aggressive guy like that.
You pulled a gun out, dude. I saw it.
No, that shit was funny. That's crazy. I do think we live in stressful times, so there's also that, you know.
Oh people behind on bills.
Like you said,
like my
phone
cell
bills
phone.
late.
This fucking phone bill's killing me, dog.
I just got a new phone. Fuck, an extra $43 to my fucking month.
Oh fuck that! I pay that shit off. I don't know what it is. I hate the thought of knowing I owe something to like. I don't know why that bugs me so bad, but like I can't operate like. If I got the money to pay something off immediately, I'll always do it immediately because I hate the thought of something like hanging over me. Because every time I'm gonna go spend money, I don't know why I start adding up these things I owe, and I'm like, maybe it's not a good idea. But when that's empty, I'm like, fuck, I get whatever I want.
Yeah.
So
I'm the same way. Especially if fucking phones, like, you know, it's $1,000 now. Like the fuck, like. Dude,
I know
you
how
could
much
get
is
so
it to
much other
upgrade your
shit.
phone when we were like
I thought it was free.
I thought it was free too. Maybe it was just because I wasn't paying the bill.
I paid like $1,200 for my phone, or you know what? No, I got like $400 off because I traded in my old phone.
What are you guys talking about? Like y'all thought what was free?
Like no, because I used to upgrade my phone for free.
Oh,
Like they used to have plans that were like
they had the jump plan.
It was
is
like
what
every
was,
2
yeah.
years. Wasn't it
Yeah.
like every 2 years you got a new phone technically?
so you would get a new phone, you would like miss a generation, and then you would like be able to upgrade to the other newer one like a year after that.
Yeah.
Or you would have to pay very little like activation, like it was like $100 activation fee or like whatever. It wasn't like a big stress, but like now it doesn't matter like what your contract is. It's like, you know, they'll give you trading value, but the phones are like $1,200.
The fucking jump thing was always a scam though too, because you're always paying an extra $20 for that program. So you're always paying for like the next phone technically.
Doesn't it depend on what network you're talking about as well?
I mean, the one I'm talking about. I know, like, I mean, I thought they were all like that. T-Mobile does that, or they did that. So I know
yeah,
that
You've
but-
been
much.
like a Verizon guy, right?
Yeah, always Verizon. Oh, we were Sprint for a while.
I remember being Verizon, thinking my phone upgraded for free.
Ain't shit free, dog. That's all I know.
No, but
There's some-
Verizon used to have really good deals.
Yeah, no,
Like really good. Like, and I know because my mom would be like, you know, I remember being like 19 or 20, and then she's like, "Oh, we should go get phones." And I was like, "I don't want to pay money for a phone." She's like, "No. It's like, it's basically so fucking cheap. You'd be like dumb to not get a brand new phone." I was like, "Oh, for real?" And it was like, yeah, like I saw her pay, and we all went home with new phones and shit. And I was like, I remember thinking like, that's just fucking lit. But like nowadays, yeah, it's like it does not
ain't
work
a
like
thing.
that no more.
Yeah, the only time they do fucking deals and
you know what's bullshit?
Like
They
when
did-
they add a line or something.
Yeah, like because I was asking about my phone. When you get it added to your bill, like if you want to like, because I paid it up cash, right? So like I didn't owe nothing, but because I was asking her, I was like, could I get it like just added onto the bill? But like this month I pay like $600, and then next month I pay $600, so I'm just done in 2 months. And she's like, yeah, you can, but it's gonna be like it's gonna be like a $100 early payoff fee. And I'm like, you gonna charge me $100 because I paid it off early?
Pay your shit soon.
And she's like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, I'll just pay it right now. Then I'm like, that's fucking stupid.
That's fucking weird.
Imagine like your last payment on your car. They're like, oh, there's one more. You paid it off early, dumbass.
Do you miss the days when it was
What an
like
idiot.
everybody had their own individual phones, or is it better now that we all have iPhones?
No, I think there was more style back then. Like I remember asking people and thinking their phones were cool, or they had cool features that like iPhones couldn't do. So I don't know. Maybe I'm a little biased. Like, you know, everything's flat now. Like, remember the shit used to flip sideways and fucking all that. Dude, I miss battery life. I remember charging like a Alias I had. Like a full charger lasted me like 4 days.
I was gonna say like a week. Yeah, be with your phone for like a fucking week.
Oh, dude.
But I think part of that is also you're not looking at your fucking phone all the time.
Yeah, because I mean, God, I couldn't
'Cause it
access
was-
porn back in those days. Trying to Google fucking
Italian
trying to
sex.
do you
Italian sex.
yeah, French
Italian
sex
Speedo.
on the fucking on the Alias.
Fucking Italians.
Well, that's why. Well, now you could customize, but that's why I was always a big Android guy, because I always felt like, you know, even getting a new phone, you felt like a whole different experience. I mean, I went from an iPhone 7 to a 13, and it don't feel no fucking different.
But
to
I think
me.
that's their selling point
Yeah.
is they don't want it. They want
Yeah,
you to be able to jump in and be like, oh, this is just like my old one. Maybe like a few things are different.
Yeah.
But I actually did. I mean, I think it's pretty fucking funny. But I actually did want to look up like a YouTube video on like how to maximize the usage out of your phone, because I know there's a lot of like settings that you could mess with, and there's a lot of things you could track with your phone if you want to that I don't do. Dude, all I do is send text messages,
Yeah.
call, do your occasional Google search, Amazon purchase. Like I don't do nothing crazy.
Yeah, and that's most people, so I get it. I mean, that's a good selling point.
No, but you always hear like crazy shit saying like, oh, like what everyone has in their pocket is like 100 times more advanced than what NASA had when they landed on the moon. And you hear something like that, you're like, man, fuck, maybe I'm not putting good use to this. Like, maybe I should learn to fuck with this tech a little bit more.
Or maybe they never landed on the fucking moon.
Where do you think they landed, in Utah?
Dude, see, we're that generation where we weren't even born like when that shit happened. So it's like we can be really skeptical about that.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I asked my mom today. I was like, hey, do you remember growing up and like being scared of Russia? She was like, oh, yeah. she was like, we'd be like first grade, get under your desk because they're going to bomb us. And then I was like, that is insane. She's like, yeah, like my brother would just say like, yeah, you know, we're probably going to die. Russia's going to probably bomb us.
Imagine
being like a first grader thinking that like, oh, we're probably not going to do this homework because we're probably going to be dead next week.
Imagine the false hope, like, oh, this desk is going to save my fucking life.
I know.
Like, the classroom's gone, school's gone, but your desk is intact and you're safe under it.
You know, so
or maybe your feet are gone because your feet are like hanging out.
Like whatever's on the outside, it's like that game Lava. Whatever's outside the thing is just done.
It's funny, like South Park did an episode about that. It was like when the volcano erupts, like duck and cover or something like that. And it's like the lava goes right, it like rolls right over them, like, and they're fine. They're like, oh yeah, we're fine. They start wiping themselves, like, and they get up and walk away. And then like when it really happens, like when the volcano erupts, they're like, oh yeah, remember like that video said duck and cover. And they duck and cover, and then they fucking burn.
Dude, you want to know something funny? When we were young, and we would always do those like fire drills at like New Temple or whatever when we were growing up. I remember specifically thinking, yeah, they say, "Oh, be quiet, single file." Fuck them! I'm running so fast.
Imagine being behind the fat ass kid.
You know what you know what I would think about sometimes is like how many times we did those drills. I felt like we did them a lot. And like when shit actually did happen, we did not follow the rules at all. Like I think at South there was an earthquake and everybody freaked the fuck out. Like nobody knew what the fuck to do.
We had just left the classroom. At least I did. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, like it was just like all of a sudden nobody knew what the fuck to do.
I had Miss Salcedo, so she just like, wait, was it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was her. It was like shaking, and she just like dipped. And then we heard like, well, should we leave or should we not leave? I remember not being that scared for some reason, but I remember thinking like if there was a fire. Or if the building was falling over, like, dude, I would...
That's what made me think about it, because I was like, okay, this was a simple earthquake. We moved around for a little bit, and then everybody was kind of like, we kind of figured it out, but I was like, dude, if there was like a fucking fire, like, we're fucked.
Not me, because I'm running so fast. I would jump off.
We're, like, the rules are fucked. Like, the single file lines, the getting to the evacuation point, like, that's fucked.
Yeah, like if you follow
they give a fuck about a head count. Like I'm out this bitch.
Like, you know, I remember being on a cruise liner when I was young, and I remember they were doing that little drill, like, oh, if the boat's gonna capsize or sinking, like here's like the life jacket. And I remember thinking, and I was young, so I was probably like in 6th grade. I remember thinking, okay, but if we're in the middle of the Pacific and this boat's underwater, we're all dead anyways. What the fuck's this life jacket gonna do?
Just get on a door.
You know, well, you
Titanic style.
You haven't been on a plane here, right?
Never been on a plane.
Okay, well, that's how.
I've been pretty like
when
high.
you do, you're gonna have the same thought, because I think that too. Because every fucking plane, plane ride, they go through the instructions of like, you know, how to put on that shit, how to blow in the tube. I never pay attention because of that same logic. Like if this shit goes down, I'll go that. It don't fucking matter. I'm done. That's how I feel.
One of the first times I flew a Korean, I was like super scared and shit. And like after like the video played, I was like, fuck, I don't remember a lot of stuff. I was like all telling Korean, I was like, hey, do you think there's a way we can rewatch that fucking video? Like I just kept whispering to her because I was like, if some shit goes down, like we're fucked. Like I don't remember a lot of what that video said. Like,
you know what's funny? If you like look around on the plane, like nobody's paying attention. Like everyone's fucking around doing things, and like they're giving you serious instructions.
It's a lot of dead people, man.
I think they're doing it for like insurance purposes.
Yeah, of course.
Right? It's like
of course,
they have to.
Yeah.
And that's something
it could be life saving, but
but that's something I've always understood. I'm like, no, this plan on paper is like a plan just for like, because they have to, but doesn't mean it's going to be executed well or practiced.
Yeah.
So that's why I've always had that mentality. Like, no, if shit goes bad, you got to like look out for it. You can't like look around and be like, oh,
what other thing out there like that is like a life and death type of situation where they give you like whatever rules like that, where you start thinking like, oh fuck, like if I don't follow those rules, we're dead. Like, is there anything else?
Well, this is not really like that, because it is no rules. It's just more like you're agreeing if it like I don't know why I always think about, like, because I had the fear, like when I went skydiving, You
that's
sign your
a
shit
big
away.
one. I feel like
Yeah,
I
so
feel
it's
like they
kinda
should.
similar.
Nope.
So it's kind of like it's weird because right before you were going up on the in the air, like you're basically agreeing like if you like you could just die and like your family, nobody could do shit.
Oh, but those aren't foolproof though, because if you could prove negligence on part of the company, you could still sue.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Because
yeah.
negligence it's not covered. Like what you're signing away is like
If everything went right.
But if everything went right and there was some
like
freak
what, like he has a heart attack
thing-
on the way down, like that type of thing.
yeah, or like if there was like a malfunction, but everyone was okay. But I remember there was like a lady that died, and they did like the family hired like a few private investigators to look into it, and they found out like one of the guys jumping hadn't finished his hours yet to be like a certified jumper.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they found out like a lot of them had drugs in their system, so
Yeah.
they were like not operating correctly to like FAA standards.
Yeah.
So like again, you hear shit like that too, like oh these motherfuckers are like, high and shit and like packing my chute, not paying attention. Like, dude, I have a theory. Once you research too much into something, you're gonna convince yourself that you shouldn't do it. But like sometimes it's just like it's kind of cool to just roll the dice and be like, fuck it.
No, not jumping out of a plane, dog.
No. That's where me and you agree. Actually, I think I'd rather jump out of a plane than go hot air ballooning. That seems so much worse to me. Because the slow gradualness of it.
I was gonna say the fact that it's much more lengthy is like the annoying part about that.
Oh, that would.
Wait, did you say bungee jumping?
No, he said
What
a
he said?
hot air balloon.
Oh, hot air balloon is fucked up too.
like that?
You've done that, right? Or
No,
you haven't?
No,
Oh, okay.
just knowing
I've heard that story about Dante. Was it Dante Stallworth, or there was a football player that went into a hot air balloon and they fucking came crashing down to earth. I think his hair lit on fire too.
Oh,
No, just being in that little fucking wicker basket like it's Easter, and you're just like fucking going higher.
You don't want to be you don't want to be like a
ass
sitting
pucker.
duck, huh? You don't want to be like a sitting duck in those situations. You want a little
Nah.
bit more control.
I just
Shit.
hate, and this is just funny. Like if you're like, oh, guys like me would probably do terrible if they did like psychedelics, but like when I'm not in control of something, I freak out. That's why I don't like water, because I'm not a good swimmer, and there's stuff.
Motherfucker, we fucking swam. We almost fucking did like a whole ass.
I had a few in
we
me.
did like a whole crazy ass swim. Fuck.
I know. You know what's funny? Did I just look at you and say, "Let's go"?
Yeah, you were just like there was no questions asked her, and you went, and I was just like, I guess it was either the confidence that you said it in, or just I was just like, oh, he's not asking questions, I'm not gonna ask questions. I just went too. Like I could swim. I'm a pretty good swimmer, but that was like halfway through the swim, I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be like. I had to switch modes. At first it was fun, then I was like, fuck, this is survival mode. I gotta swim to live now.
No, and again, I just was it a smart move? No, but I just know some things like that. It's just better to not ask questions. Just do it. Like like I would probably research which one has like the safest track record or whatever. Like, did you do that or did you just go? Did you just roll up and say fuck it, throw me out of this plane?
How much research went into when you did it?
Oh, like none. Just
like that would terrify me.
The only research I did was what me and Des did, which was okay, fine. Like that's as rookie as it can get, right? So you do it in tandem, whatever, with somebody, and the shortest one, it's supposed to be like 15 seconds or even less, like 10 of like free fall. But the thing that pissed me off the most, and it's like, well, what the fuck else can we do now? Is like when we got there, they said they didn't have that option anymore. So it was like the full like 45, 50-second free fall one. Like
Holy fuck!
So you go even higher,
long
and then we're like, ah, shit. And and that's like the shortest one, and I'm like,
hey, how was that feeling, man? Like, cause I've jumped off of rocks into rivers before, like 30 feet, and I got that like ugly feeling, like your stomach.
Did you get a
slipping.
floating?
that's scary.
Did you get a floating feeling, or were you falling? Like, was that fucking?
Yeah, did you get
straight
did your
speed?
stomach like go into your throat, or did
you
your ass?
you kind of
pucker?
get that like on the initial fall. I forget, like there's some, if you look it up, there's some crazy science behind like what happens, like
Well, humans aren't supposed to be falling through the air like that, dog.
yeah, like there's some weird shit that goes on with your body for sure. Like I think I was way too scared and wasn't even thinking about it. Like,
Did you think like no bullshit? Did you think fuck I might die?
Yeah, like I was just thinking
Fuck
yeah,
that.
But when, on the
that's
way
all
up,
that goes your
on
mind.
the way up, were you nervous? Because
Yeah.
you strike me as the type of
Hey,
person that
you know-
were you asking a lot of questions?
I was surprisingly no. I was more
I
just
can't believe
like
you were.
I was about to say you were probably asking how many times you do this. Like,
No, I was in those moments because I'm actually not like that.
I've seen you ask more questions at Denny's over specials than about this
I'll
plane
admit,
business.
When I'm scared, like when an earthquake happens, I'll admit I'm the bitch that I just stay quiet and do my best. I
you just
get
freeze?
shocked. Yeah, so like I was kind of like that on the way up. So I was kind of just scoping everyone, seeing like I like to get everyone's vibe, and like the ones that go by themselves, like the fucking everyday, like they kind of gave me a little more confidence because they were just so excited and pumped, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna fucking." So it was weird seeing them jump off like all cool and shit, like having the blast. I was like,
There's some people
okay.
that do that often because like I had a professor in college that would tell me like because they don't let you jump on your own until after you do so many hundreds
I'm
of
sure.
jumps or whatever. So she's like she was still strapped to the people. Like that's probably the people you were bumping into, like people that would just do it all the fucking time, like strapped to other people and shit.
Yeah, so it was cool. Like yeah, they were just fucking going off like nothing. And then obviously I'm with my person who's obviously doing everything, and I'm just like, okay, I feel a little better, but like that feeling of like, oh, this is it. Like that's when for sure it hits where I'm like, I gotta say bye possibly. Like
did you wake up that morning and you're like,
did you
I gotta find a way out of this? Like,
did you go before Dez?
Huh?
Did you go before Dez?
I think so. I can't remember. It's funny. I can't remember. I actually think.
I wonder if
I
like,
might have
did you
went
guys
before.
even have like that like this could be. Like,
She didn't.
this is
She
the last time we kissed each other.
It was all her idea. I wasn't my shit. So she really was just like, we're gonna do this. It'll be cool. And she was more pissed off after. So it's funny. Afterwards, I think she was more like, fuck, that was actually really scary. And then afterwards, I was more like, that was pretty badass.
That wasn't as bad as
what? Like, were you nervous for the hot air balloon?
I wasn't that. No, I was way more nervous for skydiving. I thought I was gonna die. Okay, and hot air balloon. No, that was one of those things where afterwards I realized the danger. I didn't think I realized the danger before and during. Afterwards, I was like, oh shit, we were like in this fucking, like you said, in this worker basket just floating in the air. But before it, I don't think I put much thought into that one.
Yeah, but again, see, sometimes like Ray was saying with me, the way I just took off in the water.
Yeah, it's best to not put thought. I guess.
But sometimes when you go with confidence, because I was confident in that moment, because like I looked and I was like, it wasn't until like again after the thought I was like, fuck, I'm really tired, and that thing was way further than I thought it was.
After I did the full swim, I was like, fuck, that was a really like that was a really big swim. Why the fuck did Adrian even do that? And then like, but I didn't say anything. I was like, I'm not gonna bring it up. And then like 2 days later, when he brought it up, I was like, "Fucking guy!" I was thinking that the whole time. Like, why the fuck didn't you say something?
Like I even switched modes where I was using most of my upper body, and then like I got tired, so like I flipped to my back, and I was just kind of like fucking throwing my legs out there because I was like, "Fuck, we're not on land yet."
See the power of like friendship and like influence. Like he could have just said fucking no. It just sounded like you just said fuck it, go with him.
Yeah, that's true. You see someone else move, you kind of like, okay.
That's kind of what I thought after, like, when I saw that he was just, like, so down to go, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go. Like, it's kind of like for support just in case something happens.
I probably would have stayed back, like, pretend I didn't see him.
Imagine,
hey, where's Adrian at?
Imagine your chick, hey, is Adrian taking off? You're like, oh, who? You're like, oh, he's taking off. Oh, no, I don't want a hot dog right now. You just start answering shit that, like, I'm way out there. Like, oh, my God, he's leaving. You got anything else, or?
The only other thing I had was, what do you guys want to see before you die?
Talk about that
I
stuff.
couldn't think because, like, I was thinking, like, for some reason, the reason why that question came into my head was I remember, for some reason, when I was younger, like, people bringing up, what do they call those things? Like meteor showers or like asteroids or like flying by that you could see, and it's like, oh, that's not gonna happen for another 100 years or whatever. So I thought, like, oh, is there something you guys want to see before you go?
Oh, I guess I don't really fucking. It's funny just because I was thinking like, fuck, I really don't give a shit anymore about anything. But no, like for real, like the thought of traveling doesn't even sound that like fun to me. But when you mentioned the lights or that, I thought of the Northern Lights.
Oh,
I've never seen that. That'd be cool to see.
That's a good one.
That's my answer.
I feel like I gotta put more thought. Like,
I think I may want to go see the pyramids in Egypt. For some reason, I feel like that's been hyped in my life. I feel like
I feel like a lot of the fucking the Seven Wonders, like all those shits would be fucking dope. But like like you said, I don't put much thought into it. Like
I don't even know what the Seven
I think
Wonders
I'd be
are.
okay if I didn't see it. You
probably
know?
Santa's workshop.
Probably for me, probably the
North Pole.
Italian in this speech.
The Italian.
No, but being real, Ray kind of took my answer with the Great Pyramids, but just to switch it up, if I had a backup, I don't know. I've always had a thing about the Amazon River. Like I've watched a lot of documentaries, I've read a lot of books, and I know there's a cruise that goes through it, and I think that'd be pretty dope. Some people say you see like alligators, crocodiles. You see like occasionally you'll see like a jaguar just like fucking in the jungle.
Area 51. I want a tour of that bitch.
You know, like I think when we
That's a
say
good
like
one.
all these things, like because like you hear about them or you see them, and it's like, oh, you know, like, oh, it's probably not that much better in person. But how cool was the Grand Canyon in person?
No, that was one
Hey,
thing.
honestly, you might be onto something with the pyramids. 'Cause
Yeah,
because
probably
I know
in
like
person,
people
yeah.
could be like, oh, you can see that in a video or you can see that in a picture, and it's like cool, but like seeing. Like,
even where were we, Sedona? Or where were we, the Red Rock?
oh yeah. When we were driving, dude, that place is nice.
Like-
You know, people get married out there, like in spots out there.
It's not
don't
bad.
doubt it.
Yeah,
It's
like
pretty
there's like
dope.
No,
big
it's
ass, there's like
fucking
really,
beautiful.
there's like really big fucking cabins out there that people get married at and shit.
No, I specifically remember waking up and going to the Grand Canyon. I remember all of us like looking out at the Grand Canyon, and I remember like I was so expecting one of us or myself to say something stupid or like make fun of it,
We were all just quiet,
and we all
Yeah, we were
just shut
all
the fuck up.
We're all quiet.
We all
just
shut the
quiet,
fuck
just
up and
looking
cried.
like-
I cried.
Nah,
Dude,
dude,
and then-
it was beautiful, bro.
and then
'cause
seeing like
sun
because we
was
were
barely
like
coming up.
at that rim part, but when we hiked into it, like those pictures we got too, like in the middle of it that we had to hike to, those shits were fucking nice as fuck. I
Yeah.
think to this day that's probably like one of the coolest things I've done so far.
Dude, it was. I'm
In
really
life.
glad we knocked that out when we were like for sure like young and like didn't give a fucking. It was just kind of like
Imagine if we do it now.
nah.
I think we could still.
We
do
probably
it.
wake up
Just be
at
tough as
11.
Fuck.
Bro, I almost died then. Imagine now. That was still that's.
we get donkeys this time.
Yeah, dang, Ray is onto something because now I'm thinking like those pyramids or the northern lights will probably be fucking crazy. Like even though I've seen pictures of it all the time, in fucking person, it's probably a total game changer.
Oh, dude, there's a bunch of like cool ass places. Like you know what? And actually, I changed my fucking answer. It's not the Amazon. Fuck the Amazon. I would go to that Greek island Mykonos. Like you know when you type like Greek vacation, you know you see all those blue topped white buildings that overlook the sea that like cascades down.
Yeah.
I want to see that and I want to fuck on that beach. So that's what I'm doing.
I'm pretty sure they let you too. It seems like it just happens out there.
Yeah, tell you.
Hopefully, I see my boy out there.
Yeah, Italian. Yeah, Karina has a couple things on our list that she wants to go see. Like, I guess there's this blue water in Italy that she wants to go see. Like, it looks like it's glowing. It's like in a cave.
She just wants to see the
She
Italian.
probably does just want to see the Italian.
Damn, I'm going back to Italy,
Yeah.
huh?
She probably does just want to see the Italian. Fuck that guy.
Now he's mad.
Went from a hero to a foe.
His fucking speedo.
Just one
Fuck that guy and his big ass dick. Right off his top.
in his big ass dick. Why do guys with big dicks think they're so fucking cool? Just all mad. Just fucking throwing shit.
I'm all trying to downplay it in front of Karina. Like, it's not even like, it's whatever, you know? It doesn't even feel that much different.
Hey, you've been to Hawaii before, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever go see like the volcanoes and shit? Or?
Nah, I didn't do like a Hawaii trip like that. What did I see? I saw the beach.
I was gonna say, what
I
kind
saw
of
the
Hawaii
fucking
trip
beach.
did you do?
It wasn't all that great. I saw the beach. I saw a luau. It was like a low budget luau. I feel like though.
I feel like
I feel like
they're roasting a raccoon
I
on
feel
a
like
fucking stick. Not even a fucking pig.
I feel like they could have done better, but no, I didn't see any of the volcanoes.
Like, damn, cuz, is that a possum?
My uncle has a crazy story. Like him and my aunt went. I think it was they were celebrating like their wedding anniversary or something. They went to Hawaii, and they were supposed to take one of those helicopter tours like over a volcano, and they were supposed to go and like my aunt either woke up not feeling well or like just like too scared to even like do it, and the helicopter they were scheduled to go on ended up crashing that day.
Oh shit!
Did those
Like-
people die?
I don't know. I never asked them that part of it. I probably should have. That's like a question you gotta ask.
Yeah, they're like.
I'm pretty sure they did. The way he told the story
That's
was
not even my
like,
family, and I want to know the answer.
the way he told the story was like, yeah, I think those people did end up dying.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's crazy.
That's why I don't get on planes, dog.
It's like all those 9/11 stories, like the people who didn't make
That
it to work.
missed
on
their
time.
flights that day
Yeah.
or whatever for some
Or
reason.
like there was a few people who like stayed home because their kid was sick,
Yeah.
so they called out like of all days to call out. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a crazy like life. You know, in another lifetime they went to work.
You get a second chance at life. How many of those people you think?
That's
like,
a weird
stopped cheating
feeling.
on their
That's a
wives?
weird feeling. How do you
None
think
of
they felt after?
Yeah,
That's a
Maybe
weird
for
feeling.
like a week.
Dude, that's a weird feeling. How do you think they felt after that? Like, just like, I mean, would you think that you had that? Like,
I
on
think
a second chance on life.
I think
or-
survivor's guilt is a big thing. Like I think like usually people would say like, well, you should be so happy or you should do that thing you want to do because like you were supposed to die. But I
Well,
think
but
the
then you get
opposite
that-
happens.
yeah.
I think the opposite happens. You get so depressed because you
feel
just
like
feel
you're
so
living on
bad. You feel
borrowed
like
time.
maybe like what I think people in that from what I've read about like survivor's guilt and shit like that is like you just feel like undeserving and you just feel like Like, why me? Like, I'm not special. I'm not cool. Like, how come, you know, they died and they had like families, and I'm like, fucking, I don't have a family. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, I think it's a real tough situation being like a survivor in like a fucked up event. But fuck, that's a negative way to end it. Back to the Italian. You guys got anything else?
I only had one other thing, but it's like a sad. I mean, it would just keep this down. It would just keep this down. So let's not end it. I guess.
I might as well bring it up now.
It was just the Brittany Griner thing. I was wondering what you guys thought about that whole ass situation.
I really hope.
I guess recently what happened was she wrote a letter to a letter of hers that she wrote got to Joe Biden. Joe Biden read it and I guess got in contact with her wife and let her know that they're trying to do everything that they can to bring her home.
Yeah, I hope they bring her home, bro.
But dude, they're even, like, have you heard about like how many years she's facing? Like what they're trying to get her for?
10,
It's
15?
a crazy amount of years. Yeah,
But you know
like
what's crazy?
15 or something like that.
Because I was one of those people that said like, well, don't break the law and you'll be fine, right? Like, but then I hear people online saying like, oh no, like when countries are going at it, they'll just plant shit.
No, they're for sure. They're for sure using her as like a political.
Oh, of course they are. But like that's one thing they were saying is like maybe there's a possibility. It's not too crazy to assume like maybe some shit was planted. Or maybe it wasn't even planted. Maybe they just, because I don't know how Russia, the fucking justice system works. Maybe they just said that she had it. And they were like, oh, where's the evidence? They're like, oh, that shit got lost. And all of a sudden, you're just like a political prisoner. That's fucked up.
Dude, like, she's probably going to be even fucked up after this, because think about it. She's going to come back, like, let's say this does end. Let's say if it goes 100% her way, she doesn't have to face any time in Russia or whatever. She comes home. Don't you think she'd even be scared to even talk about it?
Fuck like, yeah, dude. She'd be like, you're probably gonna be like scarred for a minute. I mean, I hope she comes out all right.
Want to travel?
I hope
that's
Joe
what
Biden
sucks too, is dude, because like WNBA players were going over there to like earn extra. Well, not even extra money. That was basically the
majority of their money.
The majority of their money, yeah, because they get paid less here. So like that's such like a scar for her. Like, it sucks. Like she's not gonna want to go play overseas anymore. Like. No, but such a shitty situation.
That's what I hate when like governments go at it. It's like I feel like all the civilians of the fucking two countries going at it are just casualties in this like dumbass conflict that we don't even understand. It's like she's just trying to go there to make a living to fucking like everyone else, just trying to like get more money to hustle, and then she gets caught up in some dumb shit. Because okay, I think if everything in the world wasn't going on, they would probably like gave her a fine or be like, what the fuck, don't do this again. But because of what's going on, they're like, damn, you're like a pawn on the chessboard. We should just hang on to you for a bit. So,
well, I read like Angela Ball. Remember, China said like they're like you still like theft is like a big crime over there. Oh, that fool's out next day.
Yeah, no. So it's really fucked up. I heard like, you know, you just hear things like, oh, the cell's really small where they're keeping her, and it's like fucking, you know, it's just
like they're just fucking with her.
Like who knows how fucking run down the prison is, or whatever. So that's fucked up. I hope she comes back soon.
I seen a tweet that said it was like quoting Brittany Griner's coach. Said if this was LeBron James, he'd be home. And somebody quoted like, I would have invaded the country myself if they took Bron.
If they took Bron.
And it's fucked up, but true. Like, but obviously, yeah, like she should be home by now. That's fucked up.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have much else to say. I mean, like other than that's just fucking. Fact, like, why the fuck is that bitch not home? That's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
All right, well, I think that's a good spot to wrap it up.
I guess that's a good spot to wrap it up, yeah. That's all I have, unless you guys want to go
Italian
back
guy
at the
probably get her home real quick.
To send him home?
No, I'd be too busy making out to get her home.
Be too busy fucking French sexing it up.
French sexing. Episode name, French sex.
Or Italian guy or something. Italian.
The
Italian sausage. Johnny Sins. Cover art.
French-Italian sex. All right,
we'll see you when we see you.
Miss
Later,
you,
guys.
BG. Get home. BG, get home.